you're right. The idea behind having just one person try to answer all the different types of questions, even for Alex Mendez and myself, while we're watching these games happen, I mean, I'm trying to digest every single bit of information that's on the screen. I'm trying to even speculate as much as possible, but you know, the many is better than the few in this type of scenario where you have millions of people watching.
Yeah.
We've seen the viewer counts that are out there too. So
no, I think it's you know, the Battlefield has always been a game with great depth, so it's really hard for people to grasp it in the first couple of minutes. You can see the core, you understand the world, you understand what it's supposed to do, and then you can explore that world and find, you know, depth in almost every area of the game. You know, if you're a pilot, you can find depth. If you like to play as a recon, there's infinite depth. There's so many things to do for each and individual class and individual focus area for the players. And I think that's one of the biggest strengths with Battlefield, that you can actually honestly use your personality to conquer the battlefield, and I think that's amazing.
I think one of the other beautiful aspects is the squad side of things too. Whenever you sit there, I've watched numerous types of games. I've been at the casual level, at a very high competitive level, watching a bunch of different games, and the communication, both casual and competitive, are above and beyond any other games that I've watched. I mean, the fact that it's so educated and saying exactly where they're watching, what they're doing, how much ammo they have, the support behind each other is just great. The fact that you'll see variations in classes, you'll see a recon support, even have an engineer and assault, all coming together and working together to get one type of goal. And that's just one of the beautiful things. Right here you can see some pop shots downrange here by Alpha 5.
Yeah, I think the cool thing is that people want to work together. You know, they see the benefit of working together. They get a lot of what happened?
I think he finally killed him off there as he came in.
So people find it very natural to work together, and you can see that actually deepens the game for everyone on the map. It's not only a game about you, it's a game about you and your team winning together, and that creates a very, very holistic feeling where you want your team to win rather than you want to just, you know, shoot people personally.
Right. And so some of the other aspects that we've seen, of course, before we, just like in Battlefield 3, you had the ability to set down a motion sensor and in your recon class. But also, I've noticed that you have some motion balls that you can actually throw your motion sensor out there as well.
So that's part of the mobility focus that we've had. I think they've done a great job with all of those features where you feel more mobile. You can, you know, throw things like med packs, motion sensors, etc., which empowers the players to get more intel about the enemies and the surrounding world. But also then having the ability for the commander to, you know, scan the whole area for a certain amount of time gives the whole team a benefit of this. And I think the cool thing here is that it works on a small and a big scale together. So it's not different games; it's actually the same game, and everyone is playing together.
I think it's one of the great things too is that we're talking about multi-tier levels. I'm on the base tier, so for instance, here on Siege of Shanghai, I may be in the residential area, but I can toss up a small medic pack up to the second floor to my teammates when they need it most. They may be under gunfire from two different individuals while I'm having to rush or back around to be able to get on the flank. I can at least give them some type of small med pack to be able to help them out through that process.
And I think it's interesting to see when you give people the ability to help each other, they will actually start doing that. And I think that's a very, very powerful theme where people actually want to help. That's not something you see in every shooter today.
Is there any other last little things that you want to kind of note that we really haven't dived down deep into?
I think we've touched upon some really, really cool things. That's a nice shot. No, but it's interesting to see, you know, that the game at its core works really well, and I'm loving the fact that people, when they watch the live stream, that they pick up on all the nuances that we changed with the game. Things that you might not be able to sell the first time you see the game, but when you see it running live like this, you actually see all the small things that we change as well. So you get the full range of improvements for Battlefield 4 compared to Battlefield 3, for instance.
Right.
Because to us that's very important, that you don't only have these big things that you could argue it's like, oh, I don't care about those things, the hundreds hours that I'm spending in the game. So you want depth in all of the different small areas.
Yeah, so it's been good. I mean, so what we've seen throughout. I mean, you're exactly right on the fact that when we listen, have the chance to actually listen to the community and get their input of what they see. It's just been great. I mean, also along the same time, whenever you have some type of speculation out there, then it allows more of maybe that might be a good feature to add into the game. Maybe we might, because I definitely know that DICE listens to every aspect, and I appreciate you hopping on here with me. We'll allow you to kind of relax for a moment in between all of your interviews that you've had so far. A pleasure having you on here, Patrick.
Thank you very much.
We'll get
Thanks again.
Alex back on here in just a moment. Again, we'll just continue to watch more gameplay. So stick around here watching the Battlefield 4 live stream.